Don't be a lost flame, come live out your dreams. Used to sleep on floors, now we riding ghosts. Ouija board, cherry oak, sweet decor. Boy, your life is CB4.
Live music reviews, let's go. Peace, everybody. It's your main man, Juggernaut, a multi-platinum production group, Arkatech Beatz. We're doing live music reviews tonight, man. Let's go.
Set the ambience. Nothing is something, we made it out of it. Mink drag the floor, tell Peter Pete the exoticness.
Yes, what up?
I see you rappers' energy funny, that's politics. I love them all, bitches wall to wall like a hieroglyph. Summer bodies take off spring. I tell her swallow it game. Don't be a lost flame, come live out your dreams. Used to sleep on floors, now we riding ghosts. Ouija board, cherry oak, sweet decor. Boy, your life is CB4. Clean, kiss rain, big bling since 16. Sweet, think it's a game till your shit gets split screen. Can I dream of fly cars, hoes with 2 degrees? Just know when you the king, jealous eyes float the scene. Vintage peacoat, nigga flowing like he could have been the king of each coast. I'm the Cardinino. If I'm ever in the jam, best believe I squeeze toast. All black whip, bitch, you best believe that he woke. This is heaven.
Let's go.
That we in heaven so far from home. Don't worry for me, just get your own. Those are heaven. Isn't it funny now that we running? That we in heaven so far from home. Don't worry for me, just get your own.
We're doing live music reviews tonight. Let's go.
Sir James, under age, I seen him talk that work in 3rd grade. Sugar Hill, Romello, Rari Canary Yellow. Hit your bitch in the boot, got her singing in the falsetto. Put a lock on your lady, my ex-bitches, they hate me, but can't replace me, cause there's no better love. I feel like Luther when that woman knew a German engineer, and I don't even gotta steer. He used to rock the dope, and now they duck the dope for my parents. Come and pick me up a woman in the cup of my parents. I'm the fucking heir apparent. Gripping on another level, baby, fix the donkey on my level. Homie tried to stay me, know these pussy niggas save me, but can't replace me, cause there's no better love.
That we running, that we in heaven so far from home. Don't worry for me, just get your own. Those are
Cold, what up?
Isn't it funny now that we running, that we in heaven so far from home. Don't worry for me, just get your own. Those are heaven.
Like this joint right here, man. It's Freddie Gibbs, man. Nick Grant, man. I like that joint right there, man. It's been on my brain all day. I'm like, yo, man, I want to listen to this song today. So I'm going to play this joint, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're not supposed to be playing this stuff up. It's out of here. But shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live stream, man. We're doing live music reviews. If it's your first time here, I am your host, multi-platinum producer, juggernaut of production crew, Arkatech Beatz. Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. We are responsible for producing for your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Big Pun Nas, Prodigy of Mobb Deep, and everybody else in this game, man. Waka Flocka Flame, Jada Kiss Nas, Max B, French Montana, you name it, we've done it. We've been here. Stone Cold, what's up with you, man? Kaz, what up with y'all, man? Thank you, I appreciate you. Shout out to y'all, man. How y'all doing on the Sunday, man? We're here, man. We're here tonight, man. We're here tonight. We know we're gonna jump into this joint, man. We're gonna listen to a few joints. It may be a long session, it may be a short one. I don't know. We just gotta go off the vibes right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. It's gonna be top of a pivotal week, man. Classic Cat, thank you for that. Thank you for watching. So you watching something on NFTs? NFTs are still moving right now. You know, we still got a few joints in the vault. It's funny how trends blow up and how trends kind of, you know, they do their thing and then they do something different every now and again. It's hard to, you know what I mean? I want to jump into this joint right here. It's called, what's this called? It's called Wicked Ways. Who produced this? GDM M7. I don't know what this sounds like, but we're gonna listen to it today. We're doing mild music reviews. Submit your songs in here. Looks like it might be AI. Anytime I see these weird covers, it's like AI.
Yeah, I guarantee that I'ma be the best to ever do this shit. And if I ain't, then that's okay, cause that just means that Bruno is. All I ever did was just obsess like I'm a lunatic, while all you ever did was piss and moan, excuses paper thin. I'm really close to dropping names and straight up fucking losing it. Don't need to say that I'm the best, I'm getting sick of proving it. So y'all can sit and bicker back and forth about whose throne it is, cause he who sits will die, a bitch can't sew a stitch, his throat gets slit. Yeah, what I gotta do to get it through to you, I'm winning. Ain't nobody out here half this passionate, too timid. I always say this game's a wicked way to make a living. They always say that I'm insane, I'm not that sick and twisted. What I gotta do to get it through to you, I'm winning. Ain't nobody out here half this passionate, too timid. I always say this game's a wicked way to make a living. They always say that I'm insane, okay, I'll be the When I used to spit a rhyme, all I would hear about how trash it is. They thought I wouldn't make it, they would listen just to laugh at it. They joke when I was passionate with syllables and adjectives, saying I'ma stand another logic, now my ass gets kissed. I'm not to blame that you can hang this MC rap's elaborate, but honestly the way I see it, the city's used to additives. Every song's the same recycled beats, can't see how trash it is. The label making bank to back the fakes, it ain't by accident. Whenever I'm around, it's like these clowns stare at my crown. It ain't my fault you suck, I didn't engineer your sound. All that hating ass race rating isn't helping you get found. You ever noticed every crab inside the bucket don't get out? Sometimes you gotta step on next to help who's next, don't be the last one out. Survival mode in Buffalo, respect's a debt inside this town. Inspect the deck, the rules required to choose to boo you loud. Now I eat right in your face to watch you lose a couple pounds. I got no loyalty to you. What I gotta do to get it through to you, I'm winning. Ain't nobody out here half this passionate, too timid. I always say this game's a wicked way to make a living. They always say that I'm insane, I'm not that sick and twisted. What I gotta do to get it through to you, I'm winning. Ain't nobody out here half this passionate, too timid. I always say this game's a wicked way to make a living. They always say that I'm insane, okay, I'll be demented.
That's the hook right there, Richie. Shout out to what's the name of the artist here? It says GDM7. The name of the record is called Wicked Ways, man. I feel like this is like a mixed thing with this record. You know what I mean? Like he's like kind of whispering on the track, and it's kind of like on a low vibe, kind of like a pseudo Eminem vibe. I don't know if y'all are catching that. He could definitely rap though. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear how he's putting his words together. You know what I'm saying? Like he can definitely do that. I just think sometimes what happens is like there is a, you know, the beat is kind of okay. The beat is not really doing anything like it's really extraordinary, so it just kind of sounds like an okay. And then we got a hook that's pretty much kind of really super wordy. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really have the melodic thing necessary to really keep you into the hook. So it's just kind of a rapidy rap type hook, and it's depending on if you're into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's nothing that's inherently wrong with it. You just have to realize that if we're going in that direction, in terms of like if we're going in that direction of trying to create these hooks that are really like rapidy rap hooks, right? That we're really going for a niche audience, and we're really kind of dumbing down our chances of like really becoming like, you know, a mainstream thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing like this wrong with it, man. It's just, you know, in my experience, I watched the rapidy rap guys struggle. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and nothing is worse than really watching that. Like being able to watch that in real time and see some of the artists that some guys would deem to be more of the lyrical artists, you know, struggle unless they got some sort of shtick, you know what I mean? And then, you know, they have to go to that other side of doing music that has a lot of shock value. And it kind of creates this thing where it's like, you know, you can't redo or outdo an Eminem. You know what I'm saying? You have to find something that's reminds us of him, but doesn't put you in a box to kind of have to out rap and outdo him, right? Because that's a hard thing to do if you don't really have the skill. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have the songwriting skill, or if you don't have the lyrical acumen to really be able to outdo that, then it puts you at a disadvantage. So while I'm listening to this record, I'm listening to it, I'm trying to really see where it's going. It just kind of needs, to me, like, it just needs a track that's going to kind of drive something home a little bit better for me. And that's just really my 2 cents on it. Duca, man, what up, man? Thanks for jumping into the live. A few others. Hold on. Yeah, my live just went crazy just now. Yo, for folks who just hit me on Twitch, could you re-chat me? Because for some reason my Streamlabs is doing this weird thing where whenever I seem to go toggle between screens, it's like it's doing a thing where it's like it's wiping out my chat. So it's just so strange to me. I don't know what's going on with this thing lately. Lately it's been trippy, but maybe I need to turn the computer off because it has been on for months. You know, it's one of those things. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. We're gonna jump into this next joint. We're gonna jump into another joint. Let's see how it sounds. This is Tonight by Sincere. Also R&B. So you working on a 16-song project? What genre? Shout out to Sphinx for jumping into the live.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, make you mine, make you mine. Tonight. We doing too much talking, baby. Let's get to got me rubbing. Got you all crazy sipping on this wine. Gotta make you mine. Pay for your day off work. Yeah, gotta watch you work. Tell your boss you busy. Messing with your man. He gotta understand. Yeah, baby, he a man too. You say you in my city. How about you come and see me? Let's chill and watch on TV. No, you can't never leave me. Can't understand your reason. Yeah. Take your time. I like the way you move it when you move your hips like that. I love the way you look at me when you go crazy, you go stupid.
Yo, thanks for submitting this, bro. Sincere, thanks for dropping it in. Sphinx, man, he's overdoing the auto-tune. Yeah, that's clear and apparent, man. There's too much auto-tune on this record completely. It's like it starts to become a joke, you know, when there's way too much auto-tune on this thing. It's like we can't even really listen to the song. We don't even know if the song is well written because of the amount of auto-tune that's on the thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Marco Sultry, all those guys jumping into the live. I feel y'all. What up? So check what I'm saying, man. Like we can't overdo it with the auto-tune. Also, I'm not even gonna say overdo it. I think it's not even being applied properly. You know what I'm saying? Like when I listen to this and I'm like, oh, why is the joint even sounding the way that it's sounding? It's like look like it's not being applied properly. Somebody just gets into the booth and then kind of puts in their auto-tune and hoping that, you know, it can kind of change, but it doesn't change. You know what's funny, man? Have you guys started to play around with the Suno 5.5 and you being able to use your own voice? You know what I'm saying? Like that does something that auto-tune ain't doing. You know what I mean? But I digress. For those who understand, right? But thank you for submitting. I think the track basically sounds pretty good. You know what I mean? The track itself, the music under it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Marco, it was actually larger than this, man. Pause. Like something is going on with this platform is that it's removing it's removing some of my submission count. I don't know what's going on with it, but we were at close to over almost 1,000 submissions. So I'm not sure what's happening. Like, it seems like when I'm listening to certain records, that it's removing them from the playlist. So I'm not sure what's happening with that. It's like when I say removing them, meaning it's not keeping a record of it being in the list at all, which is kind of weird. You know what I mean? But shout out to y'all that's jumping in into the live, man. I appreciate everybody that's jumping in and, you know, listening to this thing. Let's go. We're going to jump into one of the next joints. Let's try to take a listen to it, see what it sounds like. This joint is called Save Me by Bruno HTK. It's like, it might be one of them nights, y'all.
Hey, it's like every day that pass, I can still hear you, and I can still feel you. Hey, I got this ghost that follows me round. I'm seeing your face through part of the crowd. I hear your voice, I can't get it down. Just telling me please, come save me now. Your love is my ghost that follows me round. I see your face through part of the crowd. I hear your voice, I can't get it out. Just telling me please, come save me now. I know I messed up, we can't work it out. Halfway there, just to route. Can we restart, go back to my couch and stay in the house and never leave home. Now all I got is pics in the phone. I wonder if you feel alone, or maybe you don't. You thought on your own and sit on your throne. I'm missing your vibe, your beautiful eyes, my hands in your thighs. And if I did wrong and things I did lie, I know it's been long, but baby I tried. I met my demise, you stuck in the highs. I thought I could fly, you till you cut ties. A part of me died, I'm on the revive. I had to laugh, so why did they cry? I thought we would last, it's far from the past. Your house made of glass, surrounded by cracks. You split me in half, I'll never be whole. So you do the math, man, fuck all these hoes. Cause I was your man and you were my wife. We probably weren't goals, but girl of this life. You play with my soul, took off in the night. My blood running cold, would that be alright? Cause you never go. I got this ghost that follows me round. I'm seeing your face through part of the crowd. I hear your voice, I can't get it out. Just telling me please, come save me now. Your love is my ghost that follows me round. I see your face through part of the crowd. I hear your voice, I can't get it out. Just telling me please, come save me now.
Save Me by Bruno HTK. Shout out to Bruno HTK, man. It's the track. This is a decent track that he selected, man. That kind of has that vocal sample, but we gotta find a way to get that vocal sample out while he's rapping. You know, he's kind of, to me, it's like his mix and the way that the record is mixed is like he's fighting to kind of get the dominance over the vocal sample. The vocal sample seems to be stealing all of the show on this record. And there's really no prominent hook here. He has a hook, it's a rap hook, but it's not a hook to me that stands out. You know what I mean? You Come Save Me Now, and it's kind of a rapidy rap hook that doesn't really have the bounce or the structure or have the arrangement in terms of doubles or ad-libs or anything like that to make the hook stand out. So it's something there, but it's not. To me, the hook could be stronger. Something that I would probably suggest to him is to see if he can probably rework that hook. But this record is already released. You know what I mean? So unless he intends on swapping out the audio, which you can do on some DSPs, I think What You Call It allows you to do that. DistroKid, you know, so it'll make you do what you do. He says, how many people in the queue? There's been over 900 submissions. So, Chocolate Boy, what up, man? Shout out to you. Yeah, like hopefully he gets the producer's help, man. Like I think that's really the thing. Like can he get the help of a producer? You know, I don't know. You know, this is very challenging, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's nobody really people got to give more credit to this. It's very hard to, you know, as a new artist to kind of pick your music, find the music that's right for your voice, You know what I'm saying? Like, these are a lot of like extenuating circumstances that no one really wants to talk about. You know, it's like these things are not easy to do. You know what I'm saying? And I can only speak to that from being being on my own artist journey in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And trying to find tracks and trying to find producers, and then you say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna produce it myself. And then when you start to go through the process of trying to find what fits your voice, what fits your style, you know what I mean? And then trying to write the right songs and trying to make things that are going to stand out, you know, things that don't have too much shock value. Because back then it was about a lot of making stuff that had shock value. You know, if you could say lines that, you know, when I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Oh goddamn, oh goddamn. Lying down. She wanna ride, I'm tryna get inside. Never got a lie, I'm not an average guy. She from Dallas, brought it to the Y. She losing the balance, backing up the shot. Do a circuit, she just wanna drive. I feel like I'm surfing by the scuba dive. Water park, turn into a shark. All she wanna do is wide line. All she wanna do is wide line. Tony Stark, I'm working on her parts. Ain't game, running out of time. She hit a reverse and stopped it at the sign. Yeah, it's mine, I bet by design, okay. And I'm tryna cut him no hezzy. Ain't tryna cut up to them, shut him no hezzy, okay. In my city, I feel like the Prezi. Cruise control, baby, please don't make it hot. Yeah, I'm watching poker in the spot. I'm all on her trunk, she tryna pop the top. The body she got can get it from the shop. I'm hitting the gas and filling up the lot. Cruise control, cruise control. She wanna ride, I'm tryna get inside. Never got a lie, I'm not an average guy. She from Dallas, brought it to the Y. She losing the balance, backing up the shot. Do a circuit, she just wanna drive. I feel like I'm surfing by the scuba dive. Wooden parker turn into a shark. All she wanna do is wide line. All she wanna do is wide line. Tony Stark, I'm working on her bus. Ain't game, running out of time. She hit a reverse and stopped it at the sign. Yeah, it's mine, I bet by design, okay. And I'm tryna cut him no hezzy. Ain't tryna cut up till him shut him no hezzy, okay. In my city, I feel like the Prezi.
Okay, let's go. In my city, I feel like the GOAT. Okay, they gon' front, but they know we tote. Okay, ain't no swim unless she drive the boat. Okay, shit been going down, I've been afloat. Pray my teacher still give niggas hope. If you try to reach, I'ma click and click and click like I'm trying to fix it. Okay, let's so probably good for the TD. I get that they wanna be that, they wanna know. I sell a swag for prices, everybody getting needy. She really wasn't my type. I want something like a Riri. There's not no reason for me to bring out a gun. I probably pop it with a DB.
Baby, please don't make it hot. Lie down. Baby, please don't make it hot. Cruise control, cruise control. Baby, please don't make it hot. Lie down, lie down. Baby, please don't make it hot. Cruise control, cruise control.
Shout out to homie that did this song. What's the name of this group here? What's the name of this group? That was Cruise Control by White Line featuring R.E.R.Mo. Listen, man. If y'all caught it, that's like the New York drill sound. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, it could work. You know what I'm saying? I think if we, and it's so funny because I use this sample in one of our producer live cook-ups. If he was to take it and make it like really make that kick drum hit, like boom, dun, 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 boom. You know, like if it was really hitting like it really supposed to hit, like most drill stuff hit, and then have that really strong bass line that kind of has, if everybody knows, like it has that bending bass line for good New York drill music, you know, woo, you know, like you gotta if you gotta really know how to really work this joint to make it really go, because I think that the raps is there, the hook is okay, it's not really strong, like, you know, I agree with you, Richie. I don't feel like it's a strong hook. I feel like there's a semblance of something that can really do what it needs to do. Cass, thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I kind of like it. You know what I mean? Like it's like.
Oh goddamn!
Right?
Oh goddamn!
So if you know like this part of the beat right here, right?
running out of time. She hit a reverse and stopped it at the sign. Yeah, it's mine, I bet by design, okay. And I'm trying to cut him, no hazy. Ain't trying to cut him.
Shit been going down, I've been afloat. Pray my teacher still give niggas hope. If you try to reach, I'ma click and click and click like I'm.
Right, so that's like almost like, I don't want to say that's like the Clips drum, but can you imagine that being beefed up?
Trying to fix it, okay, let's do probably good for the TD. I get that, they wanna be that, they wanna know. I sell a swag for prices, everybody getting me, let's do it.
Like we gotta like really make this drum hit, man, and it's not doing it. You know what I mean? So that's like the I don't know, like the cardinal sin for me, man. It's like, yo, if it's gonna be a drill song, man, and we're gonna get sturdy to it, like, come on, let's let's make it hit, man. Let's make it really bump. You know what I'm saying? So that folks could really, get busy on this thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just my 2 cents. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all shout out to y'all in the building on the Sunday afternoon. Interesting. Interesting. Shout out to y'all on the Sunday afternoon, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's jumping into that school community, man. Shout out to all the new producers that's jumping into the building. I don't know if you guys are noticing, but we're growing it slowly but surely. Oh, buckle up. Buckle up, man. I was talking to the wife about it earlier. She was like, yo, what's going on with the joint? And I'm just like, yo, my folks is in, and I'm about to unleash the dragon, no Cisco. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm about to unleash the dragon, no Cisco. And there's not going to be anything like this online. I'm going to guarantee it. I'm going to guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to guarantee it. Kind of like that. It's kind of like that shake, that handshake I gave my homie Sean Anthony Baker on the hill one time before me and him got started. I said, yo, bro, I don't got no contacts. I don't know nobody, but I'm going to do this music shit. And he just looked at me and said, all right. Gave him the handshake. Like, yo, boom, let's go. I had no equipment. I had nothing. I just, once you understand, when you understand what it takes, then you can apply it to anything. You know what I'm saying? And then we can get it done. It's going to take a ton of work, but I'm not afraid of work. You know what I'm saying? But when it's all said and done, it will be the premier place for the music business stuff. And, and it will be about this music business, this music production from people who really do the shit. Not from people who are interviewing people from doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk to the people that's really doing it and that really have the stories to tell, so, and really be able to, give guys the real game, so we're going to be out here to do what we got to do, man. Yeah, I mean, it's like this, man. It's like this. And remember what's happening too, Rich, when we're talking about, producers being artists, right? Because producers have to remember that we're artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to remember this now. We're artists as well. And I know guys look at it as, I framed it as the Future Producer Society. But, a producer in 2026 is as much as an artist as a rapper. I don't even really want to call it producer per se. It's really more like it's more like it's a content, or we are becoming media conglomerates in small ways. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to do music, we have to post on socials, we have to create the things that go on socials, right? Whether it's videos or things like that. Then we have to find ways to market and promote those things, right? So that all becomes part of the whole barrage of things that guys have to know and understand, or else you really become an issue. So I've been working with I've been working with an emerging it's going to sound crazy, but I've been working with an emerging social media relationship guru. And, he wrote a few books, and he was just, he's like, yo, Jugs, how can I get this thing moving? And I was like, all right, I'm going to tell you what you got to do. And, you start posting some joints, and, a couple of these joints start going viral. And I'm like, okay, hope you're ready for what's coming next. You know what I'm saying? So just got to set up all of his stuff, set up all of his infrastructure, set up all of his funnels, and set up all of those things so that he can sell his products. And it really, once you understand this, and once you're finished with this portal, and I won't even say you're finished, but once you're deeply immersed into this portal, some of the concepts and some of the things that we'll be talking about we'll be able to transfer that over anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It'll apply to you if you're an actor. It'll apply to you if you're an author. It'll apply to you if you're just a content creator. Like, all of it'll apply. So it's going to be a very unique ride, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a very unique ride. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even me trying to cover all of that stuff. It's just part of what it takes to be what it is now. We're a hybrid now. You know what I mean? So we have to know AI. We have to know a few things and everything else that goes along with it. Sphinx, what up, man? I'm about to hop off because I need to manage a few things this evening. I just wanted to jump on and maintain my daily cadence. You know what I mean? And see what's going on in here. I need my guys, Kaz. I know that we got. Make sure that you're good on the calendar for next week. I think we have something scheduled. So let's make sure that we're ready for that. And then I'm probably gonna do some more. We're gonna add some more media in this week. So guys, just kind of pay attention. I ain't going to dinner with Cody, man. I wish I could, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? But I did go out. I did go out with the family, and then my daughter. Her birthday's in a week or so. So, you know what I'm saying? The kid's getting big fast, though. You know what I mean? And I got more records for that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Listen, man. If we don't smile, we cry, right, brother? We got. It's so much going on, and I want to tell. I seen some videos the other day with some homies, some social media guys, man, that were complaining about how heavy the weight is, man. I want to tell my guys, man. Listen, man. The weight of trying to succeed is like no other. And I don't. If nobody ever tell you, I'll tell you. It's like the weight of trying to succeed is like no other weight you'll ever encounter in your life. And what happens is once you start to kind of see the light of saying, okay, once you start to realize what it takes to succeed, you'll realize how lonely the room is. You'll be like, damn, I'm in this room with all of these people and nobody understands what the fuck I'm dealing with. It's because it's a lonely road. Because nobody really understands what it takes and the sacrifice that you're going to have to make in order to cut through. I'm telling you, man. Like you gotta this is a tough and lonely road, man. And when you find like-minded people, I'm telling you, it's like a godsend. When you find like-minded people and you find people that are trying to do what you're trying to do, and not out of a spirit of competition, but out of a spirit of support, right? Because in my opinion, I think there's room for everybody to do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? And the reality of it, man, it's like, yo, you gotta get the right support system, man. This business will eat you alive. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, you got to get mentally strong. You got to be able to deal with when it's up, and you got to be able to deal with when it's down. You got to deal with it when your phone is ringing off the hook, and you got to be able to deal with it when your phone starts ringing. And sometimes things switch around in the blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? Some things switch in the blink of an eye, right? You can have a project ready to go, and then all of a sudden, somebody pressed the pause button because somebody didn't handle the business right. For my guys who follow me, they understand what I'm talking about. Wink, 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 right? So then things have to pivot. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to pivot, and you got to be able to deal with, you know, when the work that you did gets put on pause. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of that going on too, you know, and I can't really speak heavy on it, but, you know, shout out to my guys who know, you know. But you don't have any control over those things, and we don't worry about what we don't have control over. The only thing we try to do is we try to continue to work on the things that we can work on and the things that's going to make it better for us. Yeah, y'all hang in there, man. That's what I'm trying to tell. That's what I'm really trying to tell y'all, man. Hang in here, man. This is a marathon. When Nipsey's called it the marathon, he wasn't lying. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You're looking at a person who's been in this thing for a long time. I've watched a lot of cycles. I've watched a lot of guys come and go. Cass, thank you for that. I watch a ton of guys. I watch a lot of guys come and go. I watch guys get buried. I watch guys get themselves cut short. I watch guys, it's like, you know, like if you go to my discography and you look at the amount of guys that were here with us that have passed away from one thing or another, it'll make your head spin. You'll be like, wow, you know, all of these artists that, you know, I got records out on that they ain't here, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes the pressure gets to them and some things has happened, you know what I'm saying? So just tell everybody to keep your head on, keep working. Just keep working, man. That's it, man. That's all you can do. And the only thing you got control over, you know? But I'm about to get out of here. Leave y'all with my Cody.
Arkatech Beatz.
Y'all be safe.
What do you do when the love's that good? Every single inch is working like it should.